Shout out Simon for the tickets for the game this weekend. Wow. If you follow me on the gram, the story I posted, sheesh. I was feeling
I
like a
know, that was
celebrity.
nice.
I was feeling like a celebrity.
You
It was
looked
so
like one.
crazy.
You
It
looked
was
like
so
one.
crazy. He end the game. They're walking over, clapping the fans, and like I'm trying to walk down, and like, oh, did we lose Smitty?
Yeah, we lost
All
Smitty.
right. Oh, he comes back. He's like, I don't want to hear this shit.
He's like, we don't need to talk about that.
But I'm literally walking down to like the row, like just outside the field to talk to him. But he's walking, sees me, points at me, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to get down. And then he goes to security, like points, goes like right there, right there. And then everyone turns around and is looking at me.
Yeah. Me?
Yeah. And I'm just like, excuse me, pardon me. And
just go to talk to my friend.
it was oh no, I was feeling far too good. It was electric.
That's sweet. Unfortunately, they did lose.
Result did not go their way.
No. But how'd he play?
He was good. He was good. There was a lot of good moments from that St. Louis squad. I feel like there was 70 minutes of just back and forth. But at the end of the day, if you're playing one of the best teams in the MLS and they punish you, so be it. But yeah.
Speaking of the MLS, dude, today 2 games, 6 goals.
I saw the Revs one, right?
Yeah, 6-1, and then Vancouver's winning 6-0 against Minnesota.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Hey, go Dukes.
Welcome back.
MLS. How pissed would you be if you bought MLS tickets to an Inter Miami game and Messi wasn't playing? Because I see this happens, not all the time, but it happens fairly often where you kind of get scammed for the price of the ticket when he doesn't play. Because I'm not saying that's, I'm not saying Inter Miami's not a draw, but you're not paying to see Inter Miami. You're paying to see the great little man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
As someone...
Didn't they sack their manager?
Who? They got Mascherano, don't they?
Inter Miami. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I'm thinking of someone else. Sorry, I'm thinking of someone else.
Oh, you good. I was about to say,
listen, I don't know or follow enough MLS to be making statements like that because I have no idea.
Are you just going with this, see what sticks?
I just really don't. I was hoping you'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I saw them last month when they were out here because they played the Coliseum. And if Messi wasn't there, then I know a lot of people
How much were the
upset,
tickets?
So,
$100, $200? There were more than $200?
Didn't pay for it.
Oh, you didn't pay for it.
So I couldn't tell you, but what I can tell you is that anyone tuning in right now, we have some results this weekend that I don't think anyone's really happy. No one's really happy with what happened. Welcome to another episode of Remotely Related. As we mentioned, it's St. Patty's weekend, so you can only imagine what the rest of the group is doing. We compiled the OGs, the ones that really know what's going on with the Prem and UCL this week. So first and foremost, he's sounding crystal clear now. He's got the hat on. Smitty said he's entering the Joe Rogan era. I don't know. We'll see, but AB
entering the manosphere.
Taking it to the moon. Thank you. Yep. Over the past week, I traded in my Apple Watch, got a Mac. I got a camera, a microphone, keyboard, mouse.
How do you trade in an Apple Watch for a Mac?
I figured it was about time.
Yeah.
All right,
Did you go Whoop instead?
My college. I'm gonna do well. I just have like my running watch, but I'm gonna do Oura Ring. I think
it's gonna give you more Oura.
Oura Ring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get my sleep. Got to get my sleep score, boys.
Sleep score.
I haven't been. I need to be dreaming.
Maybe you can hook up that Mac to your back while you sleep, and let me give you a sleep score.
Back to the back.
And maybe
if you wear it during the day, it also might give you a physical activity score.
Yeah. strap it to my back. Just put it on like a backpack and wear it around all day.
It's very all these new technologies. It's very what's the guy's name?
Marcus Brown,
starts with an
or
M?
what's his
You know
name?
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Marcus
yeah.
Brown. Yeah.
We got Aaron Brownlee.
I used to have a neighbor called Mrs. Brownlee.
Oh my goodness. Oh, well, welcome back. That's funny. Aaron Brownlee. I might start using that.
Yeah, you
Smitty.
said
Hello,
you
sir.
said there's not too many people happy with the results. I also wasn't happy when I woke up, Saturday morning and I saw Burnley 0, Bournemouth 0. I thought it was a pretty boring game, and I was pretty upset about that. But then, you put life into perspective. You realize you got food, you got water, you got shelter. The Wi-Fi sometimes is ass.
Right.
But what's there really be mad about, There's nothing to be mad about, and I'm happy to be here today. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy I wasn't on the episode last week because I wouldn't have had a goddamn clue what to say. So I'm happy. I'm glad we're here.
Oh, I appreciate y'all being here, man. And if anyone wants to check out what we talked about last week, click on the page.
William
You'll hear some
Saliba.
things.
Goodness gracious.
But
That's tough.
I'd rather have Mark Gahey.
But we're gonna dive in. After this weekend,
I don't know. I can tell you who I wouldn't want to have.
I'd rather have Joel Matip. How about Uzan Kabak?
What about Nat Phillips?
Nat Phillips.
That's where we're gonna start. We're gonna start with this game. 1-1, Liverpool, Spurs. I am team relegate both clubs from the Prem, but at the end of the day, Smitty's here, our Liverpool correspondent. Just talk to us.
I'm not going to do the slow, insightful thought process that I usually do. I'm just going to speed through this and just get it done with. I just think nobody's surprised. You watch these games every week. You go into these fixtures, and nobody really believes that they're going to get a good result. No one really believes that they're going to get 3 points, which is embarrassing because you're playing against the relegation battle Spurs side. But at no point during the game do you think you're going to get 3 points. At no point during the lead up to the game do you think you're going to get 3 points. And that's off the back of what happened in Turkey, where Galatasaray brutally beat up Liverpool for 85 minutes out of the 90. We can go into individual players if we want. There's plenty to speak about. We can talk about Gakpo. We can talk about Wirtz. We can talk about McAllister.
Sure.
But is it possible that a team that just won the league, all of a sudden 90% of their players got worse over the last 6 months? I don't think that's due to the individual players. I think that's probably more likely due to the setup of the team, the style of the team, the tactical mindset that the team has. And, let's see what happens Wednesday. At this point, I don't know if Slot can save his job or not. I don't know whether they're keeping him in the job because nobody wants to admit that it hasn't gone well, which is tough to say because he did win the league last year. So it's kind of hard to be like, well, we got this wrong, but timing and expectations make a difference. I think last year was the perfect time for him to come in and the expectations were low and he exceeded all expectations. And then you spend $400 million in the transfer window. Yes, I'll give it to him. They did lose a decent amount of players that played a lot of minutes, but they were replaced by players that we all thought were going to be better than those players. And he is massively underachieved this season, despite the only injury really being Isak, who we knew was not really fit when he came in. And then it's kind of where we are right now. And as a non-Liverpool supporters, I'd love to hear what your guys' opinion is watching from the outside. Because I think there's 3 things that can go wrong before you get sacked. I don't think you can get sacked just because the results go bad. I mean, everyone can have a bad run of results. It happens. But that's the first thing that's gone wrong. The second thing that's gone wrong is the football hasn't been good. It hasn't been entertaining. It hasn't been exciting. A lot of people are bored. Anfield's like a morgue now. No one's there to really be happy or excited to watch football. And then the third thing is when you start saying crazy things like, the fans, they're booing the players at the end of the game. It's like, no, most of them are probably booing you. And you say things like, Rio can't play that much because he's 17 and we need to protect him. Yes, I agree to some extent, but that doesn't mean he should start 1 in 30 Premier League games, which we were at right now. I'm not going to compare him to Lamine Yamal, but he
example.
should definitely be getting more minutes than he has been getting. So when you combine those three things, I think it's a tough situation to recover from, and the cloud of Alonso continues to get bigger and bigger by the days that pass.
Well said. You spoke about Rio. AB, what'd you think of Rio's performance today?
I thought he was very good. I mean, there were a couple. The one thing that I think just stood out is that he basically just took on Souza like one-on-one almost every single time he got the ball,
as he should have.
As he should have, right? And like he did a pretty good job. I mean, like I think he still needs to work on like his final product, and sometimes like he would beat a defender, and then he would like try and beat him again. Whereas he is quicker and like he could. There are a couple times where he could have just kept going down the sideline, but he wanted to cut it back and then try and beat him again. Which, again, like he'll learn. He's 17, but he was way more exciting and more effective than the other side of the pitch, and what usually you see out of Liverpool on that side, which is like usually like Gakpo, right? Or like something, you know, like, but I mean, just, he was like, I mean, they were favoring his side almost every time. And those were really whenever the only opportunities kind of came about. I thought he was good. And like, what I said before, like Lamine, like, I'm not comparing him to Lamine, but I'm saying like same age, and Lamine's playing a lot. I mean, almost every game, which I don't necessarily agree with. I do think you need to protect them at some point, but something in the middle. Also meaning like they haven't gotten anything effective out of that side, really. So I would just say like give him more games. Like let him start. I don't think it hurts at this point in the game. What are there? 7 weeks left of the Prem? Like get him some good experience now. It's not like you're gonna win the league. So I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You know?
Yeah.
But he was good.
I'm completely with you. I feel like when you're talking about Rio, one of the big things you mentioned is, sometimes he would do this. Sometimes he would go down the sideline. Sometimes he cut inside. It's the variation that he provided that Gakpo clearly hasn't done this season, which is the biggest like strife that I think Liverpool fans have had. And for me, it was just good to see that, throw him on, see what he can do. And I thought he performed well. There's going to be moments, of course, where like there's a couple times he loses the ball, like doesn't try to win it back. Like there's like tiny things that he'll just learn as he gets older and like grows into the game. But I just want to give grace to him because I thought he was good today. In terms of other Liverpool players, we have to talk about this Foy and Vert situation. I hate that like it's been a constant thing this season, but today, specifically today, this should have been a layup for Verts. This should have been a layup. I think there was a lot of opportunity for him to either make that key through ball, either take a shot instead of a cross. There was a lot that went on that he just didn't complete.
I can tell you what my problem is. My problem is that it's just like the simple things that aren't going well. Like there's times where he'll get the ball inside the 18-yard box and he'll be like, just shoot. Like sometimes I think he plays like he has a $30 million assist bonus. And like he's like not allowed to shoot the ball. Like there's times it's just like, just pull the trigger,
I agree.
please.
Yeah.
Because like other than the shit that he does inside the 18-yard box, he hasn't been great, but he hasn't been a negative. But if you're going to pay that much for a player inside the 18-yard box, you need to be a killer. You need to make the right decisions. And I don't know if it's a confidence thing. I think it definitely is. A lot of it is a confidence thing. But it's just like, you just got to take the game by the scruff of the neck. And if you hit it over 10 times, it's like, well, at this point, I think Liverpool fans can live with it because we've seen the alternative where it's just trying to make the 100% almost impossible thing to do sometimes. So just simplify.
And especially with that, like, look who's playing in front of him today, especially Gakpo. Okay, so like, there's not really much help for you passing it, trying to play through balls to Gakpo. I would say, like, again, I agree with you, Smitty.
This was Gakpo
why he's not
today with the
shooting
fucking hammer on his fist
and taking opportunities. That at first I was like, "What were you talking about?" And then I looked at, and I'm like, "Whoa, what is
he had a drive.
Yeah,
He had a
you want to know why?
driver on
You know how he got that?
Yeah.
How'd he get?
You know how he got that? He was
probably
having too much fun with slot.
He was a lefty, huh? He's a lefty.
No, but in all seriousness, Wirtz needs to take more opportunities whenever he gets them. I don't know why he's always trying to find the final pass when he just has the chance to just smack it, because he can finish. Like, we've seen it in the Bundesliga, so I don't know why it's just not translating for him. But I mean, we have seen him through.
It's been too long now. Yeah, it's been too long.
3/4 of the season. It's been too long. Like it.
But
now,
that's
not to say that.
like.
Go ahead, Kenny.
It feels like
What's that?
No, it feels like he's playing in real life as someone would play on FIFA. Like, some of the things that he tries to do, it's like overcomplicated. It's unrealistic. Like we said, if you're in the box in the Premier League, they don't care how you get it done. Get it done. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's just overcomplicating things. He's like trying to overthink the perfect pass, and that's where he's just getting in all these like situations, because say you try to play this like meticulous pass and it goes a yard wide, that messes up the entire attack and it's going to be on you. I think people are okay. I think people are okay with like taking risk and like willing to do something. He's just trying to play it too robotic. Just stop overthinking it and do what everyone knows that like what you can do, what we've seen, because it's just it's too much.
My
He's
issue
doing
is
far
like
too much.
As bad as we talk about this, and as bad as sometimes it is visually, like, he still created 4 chances today. But the issue is, like, some of the chances he creates should just be shots on target that he is shooting. So I don't know if it's like he still kind of has like the Bundesliga mindset where there's still time and space, and maybe that's also like why he has played better in the Champions League this season compared to the Prem. I don't know. It's just been a little bit disappointing. But, I mean, you can't give up on him, because it's like you can go down the list of Liverpool. You can't.
No.
Oh, you can't.
You guys can. You can go down the list of Liverpool players that have been disappointing this season. And I know he's going to be the one that's the most obvious because it was the most amount of money. But there's been stinkers all over them.
Well, I can tell you one who I didn't like the signing from the beginning, and I just really don't even know where he fits in the team.
No.
Mr. Ping Pong Frimpong.
Oh, man.
I mean, bro, like, they haven't played. Like, you know, it's bad when Szoboszlai is basically playing like right
that's
back
a slot problem
for half the game. We're like
there's no reason that he should not be playing.
I agree
right
with that, but even I mean, yeah, I agree, but clearly, you know, whatever slots. I mean, he is the manager, and he's realizing he's putting out Frimpong at right wing when his natural position is like wing back, and it just doesn't make sense because he was so ineffective. Like Jed Spence, who I will say of the Tottenham players I thought played pretty well today, was just pocketing him like the
penitentiary's
back, bro. Like the Jetitentiary.
You haven't seen it in a while.
But he's just been disappointing.
Every time he plays as an overlapping fullback, he plays well. So why he keeps playing as a winger, I do not know. Maybe it's because there's no other pace you can find on that right-hand side. And that's a fair point. But again, but even if you want to play Frimpong there, you cannot play Szoboszlai right back.
Oh my God.
Because he's been your best player. As versatile as he is.
He's too good. He's just too good, yeah.
Well, here's another issue with Liverpool is all their best players seem to be 8s. Like McAllister, he's an 8. He hasn't had a good season, let's be honest. But
yeah, he played pretty well today.
Obviously, at this point, he was good last year. But long term, he's an 8. He's not a 6. Szoboszlai, I don't think Szoboszlai is a 10. I think Szoboszlai is an 8.
Yeah.
Wirtz might be a winger. We don't know if he's a 10. Maybe Ekitike is a 10, and Isak plays in front of him. Because I don't like what I've seen from Ekitike in these last couple of weeks either. But I feel really bad criticizing him because he was so electrically entertaining at the beginning of the season. I got to give him slack as well.
Yeah.
But the last couple of weeks, I've been like, okay, Can the actual striker that's a killer come back, please?
I was hearing, I forgot where I heard this, but like they were saying Liverpool doesn't really play with a 10. Like the best Liverpool sides don't require a 10. If we're thinking like Fabinho days, like Hendo days, like does Liverpool operate better when there's like a bunch of 8s and 6s?
2 8s and a 6.
Did Liverpool play
like
better when they
8s?
press, or did Liverpool play better when they let Spurs have the ball in their own half and just piss around with it?
Yeah.
I think this is just how they play.
I mean,
under
honestly,
the ball
like I don't know why you just don't throw. I think you just throw your 3 best midfielders in there and just let them play. Like, I do think there's a part of like, and it was kind of just with Klopp as well, and like some of those like the great teams, like you just put the best 11 out there. Obviously, like you need defenders and attackers and midfielders, but like you just kind of let them play. Like there's not too much to overthink when you have a good side, and as a coach, like overcomplicating things. Like the way Klopp set his team up, and then they just played like there was no thought process really going through. Like they had a kind of like a
Helter
system.
skelter.
Yeah, but it was like it was very effective because of the players they had, and they just kind of let them play. And now it's like trying to overcomplicate things. You're playing a center mid at right back and a right back at right wing, and you're playing a 10 at an 8 and 8 at a 10, and it's like what are we?
Well, I have a good stat that showcases that. You're not gonna. One thing with Klopp, and last season it was a nice change, but with Klopp you always knew which 11 was going to play if everyone was fit. This season, Slot has started. This season, Slot has started 23 different front 4 combinations.
Fucking hell.
23?
Fucking hell.
Oh my God, I didn't know that was I didn't know they could.
And Chiesa's in none of them, huh?
Chiesa's in like 6 of them. But you wouldn't think Chiesa's in them, which is why it's
those are all like FA Cup.
No, I only see him in the 91st minute or later.
23 different front 4 combinations.
No, that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. We
don't even have that many players.
Disgusting.
There's only been 2 players that have played the 10 all season.
I mean,
Isak's played like 3 11s. Yeah.
11, like one of those 20. Yeah.
You know what I want to see next year? I want to see Isak, Ekitike, Wirtz, Diamande. That's what I want to see is the front 4, and I want to see that. Well, who else?
You think you get Diamande?
Who else is going to get him?
Wow. I don't know.
Then again, if Szoboszlai goes post-match, keeps saying we're going to be happy playing in the Conference League, we're probably not getting
those guys from the Bundesliga.
Yeah. You should probably focus on getting a manager with hair. I feel like that's.
I don't know why you're telling me
for next season, right?
Yeah, and fake teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're talking about this with me. I'm ready for it. I've been waiting.
Yeah. Diamande.
Well, we have our own
Diamande
problems.
Played footy in Florida, so maybe we could have Rod talk to him and see what we can do there. Yeah,
Rod's probably played.
Diamande will go wherever Klopp tells him to go. But here's my thing. Here's my thing with Slot.
Okay,
sure. Let's do the hypothetical. So Michael Carrick took United from 7th to 3rd in about 2 months, maybe. And they're not even playing the best of football, but they're kind of just surviving off vibes right now, and it's working well for them. Okay? So let's say hypothetically,
yes,
Galatasaray comes to Anfield on Wednesday, knocks Liverpool out of the Champions League. The World Cup's this summer, so we know it's going to be a shortened preseason. Why can't we get Alonso now? Unless he doesn't want to come now. If we lose on Wednesday, that is. Because you kind of need like the extended preseason because the summer's going to be short. And if Alonso wants to bring in different ideas, that's what I hope we see.
You got to sack Slot first, I would say. And I don't. Are you confident that that's going to happen? Do you think they'll sack him?
I don't think there's any chance in hell he gets sacked before the end of the season, and I think the end of the season is about as close to 50-50. Because I am not 100% sure if they're willing to admit that it hasn't gone well. Which I know Kenny's making that face. I agree with you.
What about this?
But he also could have been sacked over 3 time periods so far.
But the expectations, yeah. Well, I think 2 things, maybe 3. I don't know what I'm thinking of all together. But one of them is if they lose, if Galatasaray comes, beats them, FA Cup, they lose to City, and they're like out, and whatever place you get, 5th, 6th, probably, or sorry, like 4th, 5th, probably. At that point, I think it's probably valid because despite what he's shown in year one, winning the Prem and everything, the decline and the getting all the players that you wanted, that you picked and everything, and then that not getting them to perform to the expectations that they should. Like, I do think that's a bit on you for 31 games, Verts being one of the, and not just to like pinpoint him, but I mean, I think you have to at this point, like to not get at least something more promising than like a couple good games that I feel like in the Prem, and then like, yeah, Champions League was he's been pretty good, but to not get that out of your player, I mean, I feel like it's probably cause for getting.
Well, it's very data driven, so I'm sure they have data. I'm sure they have data that says that there's other managers that could get more out of these players, and that's the thing. It's like they have to go in the summer with the mindset of, can anyone else get more out of these players than Slot? And I think there's probably 20 managers in the world that could do better with this set of players. Because the people that keep saying that the squad's unbalanced and this isn't a good squad, I just can't buy that. They're just not playing good football. But if you go player for player and compare them with all the teams in Europe, they don't have as good as depth, I agree. But their starting 11 is on par with anybody. They just need to play up to the potential. Even, I mean, Michael Owen said the other day they're the best team in Europe. I don't know how much relevance you want to give that.
You know what? We'll leave that. Yeah, we'll leave that to Michael Owen, man. I'm just so confused because AB, I understood what you were saying, but to think that he hasn't had a sackable offense already. He needs to go. Like, he's had to go.
Well, no,
think about what just happened. What we just saw. Spurs at home. Like, there's been so many results prior where he needs to go.
He's like Amarim.
He needs to go.
He's like Amarim and Ted Hag. He can just delay the inevitable.
I just feel like I feel like Liverpool's not the club in. Mistake me if I'm wrong, but like Tottenham, they'll sack a manager during the season, but I don't know if Liverpool is gonna sack. Like, it hasn't been that bad. Like, just because of I feel like the Prem levels. The performances haven't been great, but like it hasn't been Tottenham.
My issue
where, like, you're gonna
is that at the end of the day, these are just billion-dollar businesses. And once people start to lose interest in your billion-dollar business and you have it's one thing for people online to be complaining. If you're on Twitter and you're complaining, that is what it is. But once the fans in the stadium start booing, I think that's the first time this season that full time we've heard like a very loud, and it was obvious, like they were very pissed off. Once you start seeing that, it's like, well, guess what? My investment is starting to lose interest. And it's a business. Like, no one wants to see their money get thrown down the drain. If they don't make Champions League, that's hundreds of millions of dollars thrown down the drain. For what? So we can say we did things the Liverpool way and we didn't sack the manager? It's like, hey, Rodgers got sacked. If Stevie didn't slip, Rodgers would have won the league. But guess what? If you didn't sack him, it would have been like this second Slot season. It would have been the same thing. So you just got to do whatever you feel's right. And I hope that they don't miss the opportunity to appoint somebody that is going to be beloved by the entire club. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I understand if you don't want to go down the United path where, you know, the generational manager leaves, the next one comes in, and yes, Slot won the league, but it doesn't work out. And then it's like a bowling ball effect. That one doesn't work out. Another one doesn't work. You know, you don't want to go down that path. But I think they're smart enough to not make those same bad decisions that United have over the last 20 years.
I agree with you, which is why I'm just like, it's okay to get one wrong.
And he won the league.
It's okay. Like, we can move on from this one. Like, exactly. Yeah. But just long term, just realize
that's just why, you know, it's a pride thing, obviously.
Drop the pride, drop the ego.
It's tough to do,
Liverpool,
though.
please figure it out.
It's tough to do, though, when the sporting director leaks the journalist Klopp hit pieces once he leaves. I mean, that's the reality of the situation.
But the reality is, what are you in now? 6th place? I don't know where you are in the table.
But
6th?
the problem is Slot also can probably get them Champions League based on how the other teams are performing. So that's probably why he's still in the job now.
Well, we're gonna let's move on from Liverpool. There was another team that played in this. Yeah, it was only right. It was only right.
Yeah, we could have probably done that for a while.
Yeah. So Spurs, Gio isn't here, but he was very happy on his TikTok. You can go check that out if you'd like. I'm gonna give some credit to them because you would think a 1-1 draw at Anfield, like Spurs was kind of like under fire and like they were dealing with a lot of pressure. No, if you watch that game today, I thought it was well deserved. There's a couple players I think that they stepped up when the going got tough, the tough got going. And this man Richarlison, AB, you beat me to it in the group chat. This Richarlison performance, man.
Bro. He was class.
You
don't say that. You don't say that a lot, but like he does. And they were booing him so hard as well. And man, he was pretty good. He like came back and defended, and he was just really wanting to and you could just like so many like small chances, like did these crosses, he was like this close or would like get it, but it was just a little too high for him, and he was like flicking it wide.
They said he scored like 10 against Liverpool in his career. He's been playing for Everton and Spurs.
Oh yeah, nah, he's
been playing for Everton and Spurs.
Yeah, no, that's personal. That's personal. I think it helps that he decided to hit him with like this celebration as opposed to taking the shirt off, because that
and the cameraman too like gave the angle.
He was all up in there. Yeah, we saw the fake teeth.
He took his shirt off.
But
number 20 was going to come back and score from the heavens in the 91st minute, like he did 2 years ago.
Well, that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
Well, he didn't take his shirt off. You remember that game? Klopp pulled his hamstring celebrating.
Exactly.
He went over to the 4th official.
Yeah. That's what
I miss Klopp.
That's what Igor Tudor did when the beginning of the game. He thought he was talking to Slot, and it was just a random bald person.
That was so funny.
Do you think you should be allowed to manage Liverpool if opposing managers don't even recognize who you are? You are managing one of the biggest clubs in the world.
You know what?
They don't know.
What was funny?
You're getting mistaken for bald stewards on the pitch before the game in the biggest puffer coat I've ever seen.
The problem is, Igor is bald. He should understand, like, have a better clue of who's who.
They don't all look the same, bro.
Clearly,
really
they must.
Though.
They must if he was getting it wrong.
That was so
funny. My gosh, that was so crazy. Oh, but yeah, no, shout out to Richarlison. Like AB said, a lot of the defensive work he was doing was class. I think the hold-up play that he had, the link-up that he was having with Solanke, and if you look at the players around him that he was doing this with, I get it, it's Richarlison, but at the end of the day, the supporting cast isn't much better. Like, it's not much better. And
dude,
they got it done.
Richarlison and Solanke are used to being down there at the bottom of the table. They know what it takes to get out of the hell.
How many relegation
Well, they got a decent few. Richarlison and Solanke are kind of like, you remember in The Dark Knight when Batman was down there in the cave and he had to climb up the wall? That's what those two are like. Chasing after
They're bringing Tottenham back. I can't believe I can't believe they got a point. Well, I can't believe they.
I
they
can
got
though,
that point.
Based on how bad Liverpool was. I can believe it. Yo,
yeah.
Igor went in with that starting 11, and we saw the bench. We saw Spurs' bench. They were bringing on players where, like, you know, in FIFA, how like, say you're season 4, season 5 in on manager mode, and they just start simming in players. These were the names that I was seeing coming on. Like, who was the Callum Odesi? Who are you? Who
he
are
was
you?
Actually like,
and that's the thing.
He was decent.
He was decent. Like, they were just bringing in names.
Yeah, you can't be making.
Kinski.
Yeah, you can't be making them look good.
Kinski would have been the best player on the pitch if he played.
Do you see that little smirk whenever they pan the camera right to him whenever Vicario?
I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face. Ain't no way.
I know. It was so funny.
Even if I had the worst 17 minutes in Champions League history, I was going to smirk too when Vicario decided to, put a whole hand on a shot and not save it. But, oh, man.
Too powerful. Yeah, that was a bad game to watch. And that just kind of put a bow on this weekend of the Prem. I feel like these games were just so bad.
Well, we can dive right into the others.
Talk about how bad my team was.
Oh, we'll get there. I'm just going in order. We'll get there. But any final things on Spurs? I feel like we didn't talk about Dragusin, but would that be bullying?
Yeah, he was terrible. Okay. I mean, he is just a terrible.
Hey, no, we don't have to talk about him. We don't have to talk about him. But Gio and Spurs fans, congrats on the point. I know our West Ham fan Drago, he was very upset that a point actually got done. Relegation fodder going on over there. But moving on quickly here, because I know for a fact that none of us have any clue or any desire for what happened in this game. Nottingham Forest 0, Fulham 0. Anything? Nope. Okay. Nope. All right. Prior to that, though, we had Manchester United 3, Aston Villa 1.
I hate to say this.
I'll start with the question now.
Yeah, let me say something before you ask your question. I'm a Liverpool fan. I hate to say this. I think Bruno has a serious case for player of the season.
Oh, you beat me to it. That was my question, man.
Oh, he I think he is.
The backlash to what people like when people say that, the backlash that they're receiving is that Bruno's only playing in one competition. It's only the 40 games, as opposed to someone like a Declan Rice, who Arsenal fans are putting forward for their player of the season, is in multiple competitions and doing all these things.
I think it's a fair argument you could make. However, I don't think you should win player of the season just because you were the best player on the title-winning team. And as good as Declan Rice has been, I mean...
Yeah, and I wouldn't even...
I'm just going to stop talking now because Kenny's going to clip this.
But he's...
What? Nah. Me? I wouldn't do such a thing.
And where United started the season to where they are now, and he's been the catalyst for that team, and he's been through a lot. But if we're just talking about the season,
right,
he's their game changer for sure. Without him, I don't know where they'd be, but they're in third now.
They were 11 points behind Aston Villa when Carrick took over. We should probably also note that with the 2 assists today, he's the all-time assist leader for Manchester United in a season. He overtook David Beckham. When Amorim was in charge, he was picking the ball up from Harry Maguire at every single time. He wasn't even more up the pitch receiving these passes. For me, Bruno's comfortably the best player in the league. I don't really care what anyone else says about number of competitions or whatever else they want to argue with it. If you just watch him and see what he's trying to do, it kind of is a little bit like the Wirtz thing we talked about earlier. Wirtz is overcomplicating things and trying to make the perfect decision and doing these things. Just play. Just have not have fun with it, but just try things. It's okay if you try things, and that's what Bruno does. Because if you see the pass to Cunha for the second assist he had, on the touch he's just doing that. It's instinctive. I feel with certain players it's just overthinking stuff like that, but he's just that creative. He's going to go for it. Like you said, I don't know where United would be without him for the past, 6-7 years. No reference to Casemiro Selly.
Bro, but also Casemiro.
They're going to miss him. He's actually going to miss him.
Like fine wine.
Mm-hmm. They're chanting 1 more year.
Is Carrick coming back?
See, that's a good question because they
you
said...
You talk about big decisions.
That's a huge decision because they haven't had this. They haven't had this, since they got second
Imagine,
years ago?
Imagine they don't continue with Carrick and they get it wrong. Imagine if they go with Nagelsmann and they finish like 6th next year.
That's a real possibility. I was listening to the overlap and Gary Neville's like they absolutely should not bring him. This is like some weeks ago. He's like they should absolutely not bring him back. Like no matter what, like he's just a caretaker for right now. Like, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, dude, what other manager are you gonna hire at the beginning of the season? Then and how can you also let someone go who's actually used this team with this random assortment of players that he's just walked into and then actually gotten like very good results with these guys, and you're going to want to actually take that away and go with someone different where you have no idea what kind of results they're going to get. But like with Carrick, they won how many games? They only have 6 losses, and those are probably, I think almost all of them are with Amarim. I'm pretty sure.
Challenge.
It's a great question. I feel like when we were talking about the Liverpool way, it's like they have this certain style and they're not going to like deviate from it. For Manchester United, I feel like the United way, as how people refer to it, is they just want a big name manager. I disagree with that sentiment because I know like Sir Alex, prior to United, he like won Champions League with like Aberdeen and like went crazy, but he had to like become Sir Alex. Now, I'm not saying Carrick's going to become a Sir Alex, but like you should give him a chance.
I agree with you. And the issue with that is
absolutely.
Like you look at United over the last 10 years, what's the highest league finish they had? Was it under Ollie? Like Ollie's, I mean, if you hire Ollie, no one's like, oh my God, we hired Ollie.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, the only reason I would say don't go with Carrick is if like, again, I keep saying his name. I don't know why he'd ever leave PSG. It makes no sense to leave PSG. But if he's bored and he wants a new challenge, like if you could get Luis Enrique, that's probably the only manager I would take. I don't think that'd be a risk. I think that'd be a guaranteed hit. But everything else is a risk instead of Carrick. But Luis Enrique is not leaving PSG. I don't know why his name keeps coming up. Yeah, but
a lot of reports.
It makes no sense why his name keeps coming up. Like they could go on and win Champions League again this year.
Yeah. A lot to think about. Viewers, let us know how you feel about the situation. But I would say just sticking more to the game, I think Cunha deserves praise. He's been very good for them. Finish was crazy. Finish was crazy. It's a very, like I was speaking to a few like United fans, and he's a very United player. I feel like the commentator said that, but it seems like he wants the opportunity to rep the badge, and he's proving it this season. I think he's been very good. He's been up and down, obviously. Like there were some down patches throughout like the winter time, but he seems to have like found his footing, and I'm happy to see that. But at the end of the day, Sesko's another name that has been a very big conversation throughout the season. I will personally say it was so athletic of him to jump over Onana, take the shot on the turn and finish like that. It's very athletic. The celebration, he jumped even higher, but it seems like he's on the right path. Now, what happens next season, who knows? But I would say it's been a successful season so far.
Especially considering how he started.
Yeah.
Exactly.
His recent run of form has been,
the team's been
great.
Playing
but again, maybe that's Carrick. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, they're in such an interesting situation. Like it's some big decisions they have to make. But you beat Aston Villa, who's still in that top 5-6 race.
Do you trust United to make big decisions the right
suck.
way?
Oh no, not at all.
So Nagelsmann's going to be managing United next season. Let's just put it in the bag now.
Yeah, it'll be yeah. And Ugarte will somehow be on the team still, but
I don't think any player has played for bigger clubs than De Ligt by the age of 25.
He's lived a life.
He's
lived a life. Kind of like John Duran playing in Russia, but anyway.
I mean,
Zenit St. Petersburg.
Villa, you can't really know where to start with Villa and how this run of form has been. But the way I look at it is they overachieved at the beginning of the season and they're just coming back down to earth. If you look at their squad, they kind of have no business being in the top 4 race. So even the position they're in now, it's a successful season for them. I think at the beginning of the season, they would have took where they're at right now and have been proud of it and excited with it. It's unfortunate, but they're doing better than they could have went the route Newcastle went and really struggled. So they should be happy with what they're getting.
Well,
those commentators loved Unai Emery.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of praise for the man.
Yeah.
I'm more scared that like Newcastle currently seems to have some momentum, and Villa's kind of on the downswing. So I know there's 8 games to go. I'm really curious to see how that turns out.
The good news for Villa is their best player's agent isn't going out saying when he came to England he wanted to move to Man City or Arsenal, so you can't wait for that next step in his career, which is kind of crazy when the club stood by you when you were betting on games and you were out for a season.
I love that player though. In other news, this is going to be quick. Crystal Palace nil.
Dumbest red card I've seen in my life.
Yep.
The ref didn't know it was a second yellow.
It took a while to get to that red card.
Which also, we don't need to talk about the refereeing again, but he genuinely didn't know that he was already on a yellow card, which is a problem if you're managing the best league in the world. Calvert-Lewin, horrendous penalty. Horrendous.
Yeah. Hey, England striker shouts
Anthony
after
Gordon.
Harry Kane.
He's a 9.
Well, we're gonna get to him, but before that, there was a game, which is why West Ham won.
Donnarumma
won.
Good strength on the corners.
AB.
Man can't command his own box, bro.
All right, let's cut the shit. Now let's cut the shit. Let's stop. Who cares about Donnarumma? We trashed Wirtz for 15 minutes. Let's trash the guy that makes £1 million a week. What's he done?
Not been great as of late. Not been great. Started off hot in the beginning of the season, and he has cooled off like that first jump into a pool in the summer.
Mid-season Holland and Christmas time Salah really put in competitions for each other on who's going to fall off harder.
They're going band for band. They're going band for band. This Holland situation.
I got the next topic after Holland now.
I was just going to say, like, it doesn't make sense to me. And it's something that really needs to be looked at because I feel like we've all seen the graphic of Man City's attackers with 0 goals in X amount of games, 0 goals in like the past 2 months, and him being on that graphic. If you're signing $1 billion contract, it needs to be looked at because it's not good enough. Smitty, I know you had the next topic, so I don't know if it's this one. I'll go after you, but Cherokee, I have something to say about it, but
I was going to tie that into my next point, which is how about post-Klopp Pep Guardiola looking like he has no reason to care in this Premier League anymore, which kind of ties into the fact that your most creative player didn't start a game against West Ham. I think
past 3 games he hasn't started.
I told you there was going to be
there
was going to come a time where Pep said, he's doing too much fun stuff out there. I don't like it anymore.
But it doesn't make sense.
It makes sense. It's Pep.
I hate the fun police. I hate the fun police, man.
I just feel like he's rewarding Marmouche for the 1 goal in the whatever. I think he had a goal in the EFL
for what, against
Cup
Newcastle?
Didn't Savinho play against though too instead of
I know,
Turkey?
and
what's Savinho doing out there?
Brother.
In all fairness, I don't know why Cherokee not playing. And Nico Riley's been really good. I think Marmouche is the guy who should not have started and Cherokee should have started. But like also, I don't know. I mean, when you have 24 shots in a game, you probably need to score more than one of them. And the one shot, and Bernardo's goal is like.
I thought he meant it at first. I thought he meant it at first.
And
then the replay let me know that was not the case.
Yeah. I mean, West Ham had one shot on target, one goal. And it's not even about like West Ham. It's about City and how like we just cannot. We just don't have it. There was a stretch where it looks good and then it just falls apart. And we haven't been tearing teams apart this season and scoring like 5 or 6 goals like the City teams of the past. I don't know. It's Arsenal. I thought, and not to make it about Arsenal, but like, clearly we're in second and we're chasing. It's
over.
I think it's over.
It's over.
I thought it was we're going to wait until this Sunday would be like the put fear in them if we win all this stuff.
You had life until
I think it's
Arsenal
over.
Somehow scored the other day. But like, the streets are saying Semenyo touches.
Yeah.
You're saying title race is over?
The streets are saying Semenyo touches the ball like Lukaku out there. And they're also saying Gay's overrated. I don't know. What I saw from Gay in the Champions League, I didn't love.
I don't think so.
I thought this was one of the better center backs in the world, but what I saw in the Champions League.
Well, that's the first time he had to. He hasn't faced anyone.
Him and Semenyo at the Bernabeu. They look like tourists. They look.
I gotta be honest.
It looked like.
It doesn't feel like they should be playing there.
Did you?
But
it's on some like.
They're fantastic Prem players, though. Like they really are.
I know.
But in the Champions League, they both looked like they were wearing clown suits out there, and no one knew what they were doing.
They look like giraffe, like a baby giraffe out there.
You see the like the NBA All-Star meme when like people are using like flip phones and stuff and taking pictures of dunks. That's what they were doing. That's what they were doing the whole game. That Gay performance against Madrid, I hope he changes it for this week because that was unacceptable. That was absolutely unacceptable.
Give those two a break. They're Prem players. Keep them in the Prem.
Dude, you can't be getting $300,000 a week to be a Prem player.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I understand, but at this point in the season,
who you gonna play center back? They need
to stay in the Prem. Get him,
Nico O'Reilly. How about Victor Rice?
Put Holland back there. He's better defending corners and scoring corners. I can tell you that.
Well, the good news is you're only going to have the Prem to focus on because after this past week, oh my goodness,
Doka wasn't even dribbling past Trent. That's when I knew it was danger time.
Madrid's going to come
win
to the Etihad, and they're going to wax
they're not
our
even
ass.
that good. That's the scary
And then
thing.
Arsenal is no, they're not. Their starting lineup was hilarious. It was probably one of the worst Madrid lineups in recent years. And Alvaro
Arbeloa getting the most out of the squad.
How does that even happen?
Can't say that about many managers in this league.
I mean,
our next 5 games are against Real Madrid, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea.
You probably win one of those,
again.
and it's probably the one against Liverpool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just being honest. I mean, that's probably the most likely results.
Yeah, I'm not really happy, but this season there's other sports on.
Dude, baseball's coming on soon. What do we care about the Prem?
There's other teams to watch.
So we're calling it. We're calling it.
Yeah, I'm waving the white flag. I've spewed enough BS this season.
If they win their game in hand, it's 6 points. Right?
Yeah.
And then if they beat Arsenal, it's 3.
Yeah, and if they beat West Ham, it'd be 1. So I mean,
Yeah. And if whatever the other performance, we drew the past 2 games, I think. Who does Arsenal play still this season?
They don't play anybody in the Champions League.
No, they don't play
either.
anyone. They play Newcastle. They play Jesus, look at this schedule. They play Bournemouth, Newcastle, Fulham, Be ready. West Ham, Burnley, and Crystal Palace. I mean, they're not going to lose any of those games. It's over.
Okay.
We held them off.
City have no right winning this title. Whatever people say about Arsenal, I don't care. City have no right winning the title.
No. The best. You know what? Never mind. So what are we going to talk about next?
You just want to bash Arsenal.
I mean, I'll end it with we didn't.
No, I was going to say I'd rather have United win.
Jesus Christ, dude! You're a City fan.
Wait. Okay. Wait. What? Wait. I'm just gonna end it with Donnarumma. I know we didn't talk about it, but fam, the thing he did in Champions League on the first goal for Valverde, he's in the box and he pulled his hands away.
I don't know why he pulled out.
Criminal work. Command your box. That's all I ask for. Command your box. And he didn't do that against West Ham, and he hasn't done it this whole season. And that's why I'm just like, shot stopping, yeah, it's really good. But everything else, not good enough.
Well, the Valverde one, why he's even coming off his line's comical. Because it's like, just let Valverde have the ball there and back yourself to make a save, especially when you're him.
Even when Madrid won the PK, I figured, like, it's not a guarantee they're going to score. Donnarumma on pens is different. So, yeah, he just pissed me off. Probably because AC Milan lost too, and there's, I just had to bash at someone. But, okay. Sorry, Man City, but not really.
Yeah, it's just the Arsenal supporters are so insufferable. We're gonna
get to them very soon. Before we do, just a quick shout out to an unserious club and an unserious fan base. But hey, you signed Reece James for life. Chelsea 0, Newcastle 1. This one, the highlight was the Chelsea players doing the huddle around the ref. Do we want?
I want to hear your take. I want to hear your take on Reece James signing until 2030. That's what I want to hear.
He's a one-man club.
I respect
one club.
I am shocked. I am shocked. I feel like if he, the thing is, do we think Chelsea's going to win a Prem?
No, but Kenny, here's my thing. Where's he going to go?
No, but that's exactly what I was going to say. I would have said Madrid.
They signed Trent.
But they signed Trent. So like now it's yeah. Oh, they're gonna play him at 7.
He's not going to Madrid.
Well, like we're acting like there's nowhere. We're acting like there's nowhere he could.
No, he
go
could.
To. Like,
but
Reece James wanted to
he's
leave,
good enough to go
leave.
anywhere.
He could go anywhere.
He could go to like a Bayern Munich. Like that's what I'm saying.
But I can't see him at any club. Like how like some players you're just like it makes sense to go. Like I could see him there. He makes sense. Like I could see him at Real, but the other clubs, like I couldn't see him at Barca. I couldn't see him at. I mean, even though they could probably use a right back, but like I can't see him at PSG. They have Hakimi. I can't see him at Bayern.
They'll spawn one out of the academy.
Like they'll just spawn. They'll have some random I think he could play anywhere because I think he's one of the best, if not the best, right? Like him and Hakimi and maybe someone else, but like I agree with you, Kenny. Like he could go anywhere.
He's in the same situation that Trent was in.
Like at this
for
point.
what it would cost to get him, nobody would do it. No one's gonna pay $70 million for a fullback. Like it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah,
like if Trent has a long-term
right.
contract, Trent's never going to Madrid.
What was Reece James's deal prior to him signing?
I think he had a couple. I think they just wanted to make sure he was locked.
I'm not.
So that's why I'm just like, what are we doing? Like,
because it's financial security if he tears his ACL and never plays football for the next 4 years.
That probably is true because if he did go to another club, they don't have the same kind of loyalty that Chelsea will give him. And I think like he also knows I'm Chelsea's most valuable player. So,
well, Reece James,
I have a lot.
Reece James, if you win a Prem, congratulations. I don't see it happening with just the project and the way things look for Chelsea.
Oh.
They might get a serious manager in there at some point.
Michala Mudryk.
They're gonna have to get something serious because when you're
100-meter sprinters,
Gittins
and Garnacha. Garnacha is back to leaking lineups at Chelsea.
That was crazy. If we're talking about serious, it can't be their manager Rosigne, because there's absolutely no way you call Robert Sanchez one of the best goalkeepers in the world, but you benched him against PSG, and then it's everything's a clown show over there. Everything just isn't working. The ref smirking into the camera around the huddle isn't spoken about enough. That was fucking crazy. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. They literally did the kickoff huddle around the center circle with the ref in the middle of it, just smirking.
I guess it's the ref's job to stand there.
It's a clown show.
And I guess for some reason that's where they want to. Why they want to do the huddle there, I don't know.
I'm not blaming the ref.
I don't know why they can't just do the huddle in their own half.
Yeah, like, what are we doing?
The Sanchez thing, though, I just think like some managers just have that superiority complex and the ego where they just want things to be their way. And it's like, we're going to try to create problems that aren't there. I'm not the biggest Robert Sanchez fan. I don't think he's a great goalkeeper, but he's their best option by a long shot. So why isn't he playing? Like it's kind of like the Newcastle thing. Like, exactly. I don't think Nick Pope's that good, but it's like I'd rather play Nick Pope than Ramsdale, because Ramsdale doesn't even focus during the games, and he's admitted that, he dozes off. So just don't create problems. And Cole Palmer.
I mean, anyone who
Cole
like
Palmer.
Yeah. Oh.
Go ahead, take a drink. I don't know if he's not fit. I don't know if he's having too much fun. I don't know if he's risen to stardom too quick. I don't know if he's getting the English player disease where by a certain age it just starts going downhill instead of continuing the trend up. But he just hasn't been playing well.
Yeah, it's unfortunate when no one won the Saka Palmer Foden debate, because I feel like everyone or each of them have been struggling. And I love Cole Palmer. I think you can have an off season. I just hope it doesn't turn into multiple.
This was the season they were.
Is United on his mind?
This is the season they were all going to catch Salah. And Salah's been asked, and they still haven't caught him, which is embarrassing. Dude, United, okay. Cole Palmer is not going to United. Chelsea will put Manchester United into debt forever if they buy Cole Palmer. Because they will scam the hell out of him.
How much do you think they'd sell him?
A lot.
How much do you think Cole Palmer would... Like, how much?
90? 90. Verge just went for like 116. You think they're going to sell him to
100.
Manchester United for anything less than 140? They genuinely won't accept anything less than like 130 million.
Interesting. Okay.
Is he a United fan?
Let's remember
He's going to have to pull an Isak. He's going to have to do an Isak. Yeah, but you know what the issue is, though? Yeah, but you know what the issue is? He can pull an Isak. You think Chelsea are going to sell him? Chelsea will just let him sit for 7 years. They don't care. They just won't let him play football.
You think Todd will?
No, he won't.
Todd will sell. He don't care.
No, he won't.
Todd don't care.
No, Todd
doesn't care.
Todd doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Todd will ruin his life before he sells him.
I guess we'll see in the future. We'll see. I don't really have anything else from this game. It was just the whole huddle thing, and then Robert Sanchez being called one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Shout out Newcastle for getting the job done.
Goalkeeping
big 3
standards
points
in hell.
And
Emi Martinez and Robert Sanchez are some of the best in the world.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah. These are names. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Final game here that we're going to talk about before we get there. Sunderland lost another game at home, just calling that out, and Burnley drew Bournemouth. Other than that, Arsenal 2, Everton 0. Tough one for Arsenal haters here.
It's tough to hate. It's tough to hate on Arsenal when we're watching Leo Messi reincarnated out there for Arsenal.
You saw the John Terry thing.
Absolute nonsense from John Terry. Absolute nonsense.
That is absolutely
some of these guys,
the thing is,
like they say.
Somebody tweeted the perfect response to it. They were like, why can't we just say young players are good? Like, why can't we just be like, you know what? He looks like a young, promising player. Why do we got to compare
It's always got to
be
a comparison to someone else. Yeah.
You know what the crazier thing was, too? the game was on in the background. Like, he was talking about Dalman when the Arsenal game was on. Chelsea was playing at the exact same time.
Well, do you think he wants to watch that
on the screen? Like, I mean, if you're John Terry, that's
do you
probably
think he
something
wants
that should
to
be
watch
on the
that?
screen. Well, do you want to watch
His standard
Liverpool
for
this year?
Chelsea? Do you think Klopp watches Liverpool this season? Klopp's probably watching PSG games. Klopp's watching PSG games.
Pass the ball to Frimpong.
Frimpong.
Klopp would have these guys leading. Klopp would have these guys in first right now. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
he probably would have prevented Isak from breaking his leg.
Nah, that Van de Ven challenge was locked in.
If Klopp was managing Liverpool, Wirtz would be on about 25 GAs right now. But that's besides the point because we're talking about Arsenal.
Well,
how about Pickford? How about Pickford's goalkeeping on that? International goalkeeper plays for the country that invented the sport, and that's what you get. He's their number
and he
one.
Does that. Yeah, I thought. Well, the thing is, like, Everton probably should have scored in the first half. They had some really good chances. The one that went off the post, Dwight McNeil, and they were just causing a hard time. So for that to be the goal that they concede is very annoying.
It's just so annoying.
I think when you couple that with Dalman, though, here's the conversation. Because yes, was it a good goal? Was it a great moment? This was absolute chaos for Arsenal fans, and I get it. 16-year-old academy kid comes on and he kills off a game in the title race. That is fire. What is insane is that he has to go to school tomorrow.
Yeah.
And like, I promise you.
What if football doesn't work out?
Hey, man. Hey.
You never know.
If I just did that and I have to go to school the next day,
I'm going to school.
The Monday. Come on, man.
Kenny,
I'm
going
gonna
to
go.
school.
No. I'm gonna go to school, but I'm gonna do things very slowly. I'm showing up late, making sure everyone knows when I arrive. If people say there's like quizzes or homework or whatever, I'm just going to laugh because I'm not doing that. Did you see me this weekend? And I just hope he enjoys the moment.
How old is he?
16?
Okay. Never mind.
Okay.
If you're Esteval and you're an 18-year-old, you're going to school, probably got the women all excited, all happy. Like, oh my God, you playing the Prem? I don't know what contract he's on. You make $100,000 a week. Like, can you imagine that life? Imagine that life.
They're not going to school. Let's be honest.
Nah.
No. Dalman would go to school. He'd have his little suit on and everything. Esteval ain't going to school.
I don't know.
Mikel probably makes him go to class. Mikel probably makes him go to school.
Yeah. Mikel's probably the teacher.
Haram Ball University.
Yeah, it is. That's what it is. It's a school of dark arts is what it is.
Third period corner class.
Oh man!
You know what? They're at Hogwarts and they're the freaking Slytherin. That's who they are.
You know what? I'll give Arsenal their credit, man. Similar to how Mourinho found a way to win the league with a defensive structure and being solid defensively. You know what? Let's just stop hating it. Let's stop running from it. Let's just give him his credit and say, you know what? You found a way to get the best out of what your squad is, and you're going to win the league. Like, we don't have to like it. We don't have to like it. We don't have to enjoy it. I can say none of us enjoy the way the game is being played. But if you win the league, at the end of the day, there's no asterisks next to it, man.
All they had to do was find a way to play in a year where the league is just not as good. And they have been the best team. They've been the best team in the league in a year where the product has been terrible.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
I don't know.
But if you'd ask me right now, if you put how Liverpool played last year into this league, I don't think Arsenal's winning the league. Like, I still think the previous teams that have won the league are better than this Arsenal team. But I said, it doesn't matter. Like, it makes no difference. They're going to win the league by 7,
Well, it
10
doesn't,
points.
because this is this year, and every other year was every other
exactly.
year.
But also,
so it's
also
like,
at the same, also at the same time, I have to give credit because Arteta, he went for it at the end by bringing on Dowman and having Declan move to the 6 and then Eze and Dowman at the double 10s. Like, he's not making that decision in previous years. I feel like he's finally learned a thing or two, and he's being brave. And a lot of it is the bravery that we haven't seen, which is why Arsenal's finished second. But if you're willing to take these chances, if you're willing to see what happens, I have to give credit there. And I know you guys
honestly, man, I'm just looking for it. No, I was the one that brought it up. I was the one that said we got to give him credit. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I'm excited for next season, man. I want to see these teams retool, and I want to see them. No, you can't do that.
Oh, compensate.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something,
dude. You've won 7 of the last 10. You can't do this.
I'm not salty about that, but I'm just saying.
Yes, you are. You are salty.
No one's gonna look back at this year and be like, "Man, what a great year for the Prem."
So, do you think how many do you think we look back for City's wins where we're like, oh, what a great year for the Prem? Because I
think a lot of people are waiting to see what the charges are. I think we're all waiting for the results. I think we want to see how many leagues Liverpool may have won during that time.
I dare the charges to drop like that. Liverpool, United, and Arsenal getting championships.
Well, let me just tell you something. You can never take away our parade, bitch.
Well, that requires people to be there.
Oh, they were there. You saw Grealish.
The City parade. Only had 700,000 less people there than the Liverpool parade, but yes, there were people there.
You think if Arsenal wins the league, what do you think that parade's gonna look like, AB?
It's gonna look a lot bigger.
Well,
than
I could tell you,
parade.
I could tell you, all the insufferable freaking fans, they'll probably try and I don't even want to just. Don't let me get started.
Dude, the good news is the good thing with this league is it lasts for like 2 weeks, and then it's just the transfer window's firing, and it's a World Cup year, so it's like it's not going to go on all summer. Man.
Assuming we still have it.
Can we talk about Bodo Glimt?
Oh yeah, no,
they're in financial heaven. They're in financial heaven right now.
Yeah, no, they are.
They're never going to see this amount of money in their club ever.
I mean,
that would be a good time
to
to
play
sell.
on AstroTurf is disgusting. Playing on AstroTurf
massive advantage
is insane.
Yeah,
I don't know how that's even allowed.
That's what I'm
saying.
Dude,
they made the MLS stadiums put grass in when Messi plays. Yeah, and you have a Champions League club playing on turf.
Oh, and what does Sporting have to? No, Sporting went there already. Yeah, they're the first one up. They're up 3-0. It's going to be comfortable, right?
Well, we can't trust any players from the Portuguese league, any teams from the Portuguese league. And I'll say the same for
Luis
the
Suarez.
Who?
You don't hear about Luis Suarez?
Luis Suarez Jr. at Sporting. Dude, he scored. He scored he scored like the same amount of goals as Gyökeres scored last year.
I know. It's insane. It's absolutely
I wonder if you
insane.
took a striker from our college team and put him at Sporting, how many goals they would score.
Like they might get Colombia.
20. I think Maxi gets 10. Deep cuts here for anyone listening, but I think Maxi gets at least 10.
No, let's be honest. No one's still listening 12. At this point.
Hey.
I'll tell you what. This has been fantastic.
We haven't even edited yet. It's going to be a little over now. We're chilling. We're good.
This has been one of the best ones we've had.
No, it's been class. I've enjoyed it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I just hope, will know.
I just hope Kenny doesn't even consider posting a clip of me saying Jota's coming down from heaven to score the game winner. Because the backlash that would receive would be insane. Kenny over the last couple of weeks has just been... He's just been taking the absolute most ludicrous things I say and putting them on TikTok, and I've been getting murdered in the TikTok comments. But it's been pretty funny. I can't lie. Somebody said I couldn't do 3 kick-ups. I said, you know what? The joke's on you. I probably can't right now. But there was a time I could do 6.
Wait, that's crazy. That's just how the clips worked. I don't know. I talked to the board, and this is what's bestowed upon me.
Dude, you've been Helen Keller selecting the clips. You've been closing your eyes and just clicking the automatic edits.
I just sent the whole thing with Coutinho did more in the 2010s than Gerrard. Do you think that was received well?
It was not a popular opinion, and I was going to text you over that one because I couldn't believe you said that. I can understand the mindset you took there, but I mean,
you see what I'm saying?
That was never going to play well.
We're all in this together. But okay, yeah, Bodo Glimt, they're gonna go through. Arsenal, Leverkusen. What do we think here?
I mean, they got a real dodgy penalty, I think.
Yeah,
Arsenal's
that was
such a penalty they got.
That was
Malik Tillman. I thought it was a good tackle, but
Saka got hooked at like 52.
Something with that captain's armband. It's a curse.
24 years old. Jesus.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I'm assuming Arsenal. Like we think Arsenal's gonna get it.
Yeah,
done,
they'll get through.
Right?
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Chelsea,
PSG.
PSG's through. They don't even have to show up to the stadium.
Enough said there. And AB. Any no faith for City?
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all.
Right.
Valverde, another hat trick.
That would be rude. That would simply just be rude.
Yeah, no, I don't think that'll happen, but yeah, they're going to lose. So,
Barca, Newcastle.
Barca will get it done at home.
They're at home, yeah. I think they'll win.
Bayern, Atalanta, we kind of know the
Bayern's
story there.
Atletico's through.
And Smitty, we'll end the show with your call here.
Well, 2 weeks ago, there was a clip posted on TikTok of me saying Liverpool could win the Champions League this season, and it wouldn't be the most surprising thing in the world. I'm going to retract that statement. There is a man on YouTube. He has 374,000 followers. He's a Liverpool fan. He posted a clip the other day that said, I am fearful that Liverpool come back in this tie against Galatasaray because it means the Slot might get another season. I won't go that far. I hope they win. I don't have any faith that they'll win. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if Galatasaray won this game at all.
I'll tell you who the guy would be to win it for. To win it for Galatasaray, I'd be a top 10 striker in the world.
Yeah, Gakpo put it in his own net with his golf club.
Yeah. So maybe he does. Maybe Victor does end the tie, but a lot of footy that we had to catch up on and spend a minute. And good luck to all the Champions League teams participating. Premier League seems all but wrapped up, but at the end of the day, we're just out here vibing, chatting our shit because why not? This was another episode of Remotely Related. Thank you all for tuning in. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. A really, really good one today. I'm sure we'll be seeing some things. What's up?
Slot's out.
No,
that's not.
No. Flip the phone.
That's
right now.
Not real.
Flip the phone right now.
I knew it. Hey, no way.
Another episode. We'll see you later. Peace.
Smitty.
Oh.